Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is the second video that was sent to me for a game that was not on my list. This is another Japanese game. It's Mitsume. So with that being said, let's just jump right in, shall we? Alright, so he's shooting things out of his third eye. Doesn't the music kind of remind you of Mega Man? Alright, so there's no ducking. So far, even though it's reminiscent of Mega Man, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. We all love Mega Man and the music. Alright, so far, controls seem good. I am enjoying the backgrounds, looking decent. Good sprite work. Gameplay so far, not bad. A little on the boring side at the moment, but we are just getting started. Okay, we are finding new enemies now. Alright. It's almost like kind of a bonus. Yeah, without being able to duck, some of these things are a little annoying. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, that took, wow, that's a big ol' coin on that one. Interesting, different enemy design here. Everything is, takes a different number of things. The spider's actually kind of unique and interesting. Haven't seen an enemy like that really in any real games, honestly. So, that being said, we could just bypass it, but why do we want to do that? They give the big ol' coins. Alright. That's level 1. What we got here? Oh, so you could buy it, they have a shop. Alright. Psycho Wave. Supersonic. Hyper Aura. Super Condor. An extra life. Super Cake. Alright, we only have $1,000, so with that being said, we could buy Psycho Wave. Let's just exit for now. That is the kind of the thing that we've seen in a few of these Japanese games, is the shop in the middle of, like, during a lot of these levels here. Yeah, not being able to duck kinda sucks. Oh, I didn't see the... Oh, that one's gonna be worse. Well, that's not too bad. Alright. So far, I'm actually kind of enjoying this game. It's actually done well. Okay, now we're in the slightly cheesy things. Since you can't duck, you kind of get hosed. Alright, there seems to be an issue here. We can't jump high enough to get up there. There's no power-up jump. There's no run and jump. Alright, that is a little... So what, we actually had to go to the store to get the one item that... Can we go all the way back? No, because we can't get up that high. Okay, that is a bit of an issue. No respawning enemies. So I guess that's a positive, but... Seeing as how we can't get up there, this is really disappointing. So is this one of those games where you... Aha! Okay. I don't know where that came from. But, yeah, if you hold the attack button, you get whatever that was. All right, that's just for. Hate to do the comparison again, but it's a lot like the Mega Man's special ability that calls on the well, the dog. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that you cannot avoid these things because you can't duck for one, which is disappointing. Alright, it's a little difficult to control. Alright, so far that's my only biggest qualm in this game is the cheesy where you have these enemies where you cannot... Okay, maybe that's why. I gotta control where you hit them. Okay, I get them now. When they're not facing you, just go to town on them, but when they are facing you, pretty much don't fire. Alright. So, I stand corrected. Now I'm good with those guys. It was a little frustrating though. The not being able to kind of duck isn't like a huge deal, but it... Oops. Good God, die! Seriously. Come on. We missed out on all those. But does this not have the kind of, oh, this is garbage? Hell of a stage, I must say. Okay, so the water doesn't hurt you, it just pushes you. Alright, so now we get to go to the shop again. Alright, we're at 2,000. Super Condor. So we already have Condor. That just makes it more powerful, I guess. Super Cake. I don't know what Super Cake does. Let's buy some first aid kits. Alright. You know, let's buy Super Cake. I don't think we're going to play enough to... Let's... High Aura. Let's buy High Aura too. Screw it. Let's test out a couple things now at this point. Oh, okay. Oh, shucks. Alright, we're just gonna... The one thing is, it seems like all the enemies shoot the same thing. Alright, what do we got here? What's going on? Oh, so we actually have to get him to get hit by those. Well, we're avoiding them. This is a very interesting... For the first enemy in the game, this is quite a chore. I went to duck. My bad. Wow, this is tough for a first enemy, or a first boss. This is rough. Oh, and we lose all of our stuff on death. Ah. Sure. And then when he ducks down, we can't. Ooh, it's rough. It kind of sucks because you're doing more avoiding when he's getting hit that we can't actually do any damage through him. Ah, God, this is rough. Oh God. That is some garbage right there. That is rough. Oh, at least we continue at the boss. Okay, I'm actually kind of... That's surprising, and it makes me kind of happy. I'm taking more damage than the boss is. All right, I'm having a time. This is like, it seems so basic, and you're like, oh, you're avoiding 3 shots, but it's not quite that basic. Well, that one was pretty good. This is like a boss that should be way later in the game. My lord, they throw you in on this one. Oof. I thought I was gonna avoid that one. The no ducking, it sucks. The level does. I jumped right into him. Ah, I got bad on that one. Come on. The timing is just off now. Good Lord, how many hits does this guy take? Oh, him getting hit still hit me. Ugh. Oof. We're kind of getting it, but it is a tough battle, man. Oh, Lord. Ah, I jumped into that one. That was bad. Ah. Oh, I didn't have to jump on that one. Good Lord, as far as first bosses go, this is rough. I feel like I'm playing a Souls game for the very first time. At least I got him before that happened. Ah. Ah. Every time we think we're doing good. Ah, too far. Good God, he's a bullet sponge. This, on top of everything, he's a bullet sponge. We got there! Yes! Oh my Lord, that's a hell of a battle! Whew! That is rough, but fun. That was a good boss. That was good. That wasn't just a fucking, you know, a bullet storm and just some really cheesiness. That actually took some work to do. That's like good quality boss right there. I'm scared to see more bosses with the fact that how much that one was. That gives me some chills, man. This is actually a pretty good game. It's basic, it's simple. You know, there's not like this overly elaborate. Yeah, there is a lot of Mega Man-esque stuff going on here. Like, level design is kind of Mega Man-y. Between level design and some of the enemies. What the? Enemies are rough in this game. Like bats. When was the last time a bat took like 4 hits to kill? Back to the whole hating and flying enemies, man. I mean, it's kind of cool that it pushes them back, but it really is annoying that it takes so many hits to kill the fudginators, man. Once you start getting them down, broken record here, but like Mega Man, starts to become a little easier. Come on, wake up. Alright, this is a little kind of the whole screen going instead of just the little bit is a little oh, they're homing bullets. That's kind of rough. Okay, whew. Well, the good thing is it does not have the enemy return or respawn, which is very common in a lot of these games where you go off screen, you come back, and boom, you're stuck. So that is actually pleasant. Alright, as much as I would like to the unavoidable shots, though, is really something that is quite frustrating, to be totally frank. Because it would be fine if you could duck or whatever. I mean, you got spikes on the top and the enemy's at the bottom. I wonder if we could just not attack him. Alright. Ah, fudginator. Alright, I was right. If we don't attack him, he just explodes on his own, and we only have to avoid one. And that works. I'm curious how many... oh, when we continue, it takes half of our points. Alright, so when you figure out some of the enemies, it makes things a lot better. We figured... It's kind of cool that they actually have... The basic enemies are guys you really have to kind of figure out. Aha! Good lord, this is rough. Alright, we're good. So I'm wondering, did Nintendo, like every video game director or creator out there, all get together and say, alright guys, this is what we're going to do. Every time there's a bat, this is what we want to have happen. Across every single Nintendo game ever made, that bats are supposed to do this. Or is it just me? Because every single bat in every single game has been the zigzag up and down attack pattern. Every single time. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have any health. Level design, I must say, is on point. Again, I would love to look into this game a little bit more and see if this was before or after. I'm sure that I have a couple people that, after I say this, will probably look it up. But either before or after Mega Man, and if any of the creative team was on that team at all. Or if it's a happy coincidence, or if they just, son of a biscuit, really just got inspired by the other. Because I mean, I'm sure that a lot of you are seeing a lot of similarities in not only enemy design, but the level design and the music. Like, so much of this is a huge Mega Man influence. Granted, it might not be Mega Man that's influencing it. This could be this game in general. Ah, that was unfortunate. And doesn't those guys that threw the boomerangs kind of remind you a little bit of the red demons and Ghosts and Goblins? Just a passing resemblance, nothing like over the top, but because they don't move and they throw stuff, but just it kind of looks a little bit like again, with kind of, I'm sure there's a little way of getting around that, but okay, we knew we were going to die right then and there. Like, that was not even a question. I think the only biggest issue I have with the game in kind of laziness is the enemy design for the bullets. All the bullets are the same. Alright, this is... Alright. I get... Unfortunately, there's no real pattern with the arm, so you really just gotta pick your spot and go with it. I was really hoping I can get on my... But this thing is so difficult to use. How did I... Ah! Ah, I hate that. The stall in the air. Get ya. Oh, these bosses do take some hits, though, don't they? They are not just a basic little... Oh, I thought I was dead there for a second. As annoying as it is still better or easier than the last boss. It's just more time consuming. The other boss, not only did you have to do all this stuff, I screwed that up. I screwed the pooch on that one. Jesus. Got there. Like I said, we died so many times on the first boss. We only died once on this guy. I mean, we were almost... Oh, wow. They didn't give us any time for that. That kind of sucked. Oh, well. Whatever. There was still more work to be done. Quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable. What we got here? Okay, see, the design of everything in here is pretty interesting. He didn't lift his pincer there. Alright, so everything is quite, wow. Can we knock them down? Jesus. Wow, you need turbo on this one! Come on. Get over there. Just enough so I can fall down. Whew. Ah! Good God. I mean, I guess I could have, oh, this sucks. Alright, out of all the enemies, I think those are probably one of the worst. To be completely honest. The fire is, like, redonkulous. Alright, what do we got here? Super cake. We're going to buy this one again. We'll buy this. We'll buy this. We'll buy this. Oh, we're out of... Alright. Alright, so I'm guessing this is super cake because that was what we had last time. Alright. Still not very powerful. I mean, it seemed maybe quicker. Ah. So far, we haven't seen if we run out of continues. Oh, this is gonna suck. Actually, we can probably just kind of... Alright, yeah, it's not too bad. We haven't seen if we run out of continues or not. So far... Oh, so we can blow up the things before they get there. Oof. I thought this was going to be fast enough that we wouldn't have taken damage from those guys, but it wasn't. And I done... Alright, more spikies. Alright. There it is. Alright. Oh, son of... Alright, they're doing the combo play. They got the top, the bottom, the coming down, and dropping all at once. And as soon as you die... Alright, so we got some suction. Oh, and they're adding the suction too. Alright, good stuff. Ah, a little too soon on that one. I was rushing it too much. Alright, no worries, we got this. I just... Not quite the jump I needed on that one. Ah, this is going to suck a little bit more now that we don't have our power-ups. Although, honestly, like, the power-ups minus the wider, a slightly wider and be able to hit a little bit lower, didn't actually change our damage output. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing that it doesn't really change the damage you do. Even when you're hitting things for triple times instead of the single, it didn't really do much. Alright, we're getting past this time, damn it. Oh, I think I gotta... Okay, damn it. That sucks. It's hard enough to use. Like, I think that's my second worst thing about this game is the... I mean, I think I get what we need to do, but you can't really control it very well. See, I don't get that ability, just especially something where you actually have to use it efficiently is very just uncopacetic on that one. I have to say that's really frustrating, and I think this might be where we end this video, because that's going to take honestly some work to try to figure out, and it's kind of annoying to where I don't honestly partially want to. Like, that's you gotta go to earlier levels, and oh, son of a... I completely forgot that he was even there. Just trying to get to that thing again, and yeah, this is the level, man. There's always that one level that just, you do good and you're doing all right, and then you run into that one level that just completely shut you down. And this is definitely that one. I guess it really doesn't matter how fast you can hit the button, because you can only shoot three at a time. So button mash, like being quick, doesn't matter. Alright, so I do not understand. I mean, maybe we gotta do that. I jumped too fast. Alright, we're gonna play out this last guy. We're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna expect nothing. And then I think that'll be the video for today. I guess we're not going to get to... Yeah, that sucks. Like, I really was enjoying the game, but that right there is absolutely annoyingly stupid. Like, controlling that ability is nigh impossible. Like, I'm sure after a good while you might kind of get the hang of it, but right off the bat, no. Like, trying to all of a sudden getting to a point where you have to be absolutely precise in every single thing you do that early with something that is so unpredictable just kind of sucks all the fun that you were having right out of you. It takes the wind out of your sails, sucks all the fun out, and just makes it to where you're like, I'm kind of done now. Like, it's really frustrating. So with that being said, guys, actually a pretty good game. Like I said, there seems to be a lot of Mega Man kind of liberties, nuances, whatever you want to call it in the game. I mean, it could lend itself just to the simple fact that it is the same kind of game, so you can kind of expect it. But there's a lot of stuff that seems awfully familiar with the level design. For one, seems a lot of Mega Man-esque. Granted, not necessarily unique to this game, but I mean, just a lot of, if you really kind of look, a lot of the art style and everything does seem a lot of like that. The music, some of the enemy design to a point definitely does. Like the snails, the little devil dudes that throw the boomerangs, and a lot of that stuff really does seem a lot like Mega Man. Even the little pillars, all the different faces, are a lot like some of the Mega Man enemies. So, not that that's a bad thing, because we all love Mega Man. Well, at least the early Mega Mans. They started kind of... Yeah, we've already discussed that. But anyways, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there are other games in the alphabet that I have missed that we were currently on, by all means, let me know. I did skip, honestly, some of like the golf games and a couple of sports games because I really... We all know them. They're not really very fun. It's just some basic stuff. There's really nothing to get into in some of the sports games and the golf games, so I did skip some of those. So we're going to bypass that part. But if there's any games like these that are Japanese or some other region, or maybe even just some unique ones like the one I showed, the Magician one, that you know of, please let me know and we'll get them added to the roster. So with that being said, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.